It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Chargers and the Titans, and it's coming up next.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Huard. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out is their second-year quarterback from Kentucky. He earned several starts as a rookie. It's Will Levis.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with a loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Levis from the shotgun. It's caught. This is Tyjae Spears. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Man in motion out of the slot. Levis here on first down. Caught by Pollard. And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie from Michigan there that time.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Shotgun now for Levis. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to...
Brought in inside the 20. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Pollard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Trying again with Pollard. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal. From the gun, Levis escapes the... Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Darius Davis to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the 5th-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
No luck finding his receiver that time, so it'll be 2nd down. Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Got a man, Palmer has it. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Here's a give inside to Edwards. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they bring him down around the 34. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Running behind center with Edwards. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Caught by Westbrook-Ikhine. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Levis setting to throw. Pass caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. Into the second level past the 30. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Has the connection to Ridley. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Levis. Catch is made in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. At the end of one, a field goal for each side, but no one has found the end zone just yet. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Titans with the ball and a chance to score. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal. On the play fake, it's Levis. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw Levis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On return, here comes Davis. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert with a blitz coming. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Play action now for Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Brushes him off with ease. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
And the Chargers, first down.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They run the counter with Dobbins. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Tight end going in motion here. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. To the air this time, Herbert. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 1st down.
1st and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Rolling out to, and he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Jackson now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
That's brought in by Westbrook-Ikhine. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Has his man, it's Ridley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Stopped by Deion Henley. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Levis from the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Levis here on first down. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's taken down at the 30. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Levis. He has room past the 25. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped by Deion Henley. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Levis throwing again. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopped by Deion Henley. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing is Levis. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. He'll get 2 yards, and that brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Levis. Doesn't make the connection. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Levis to the air now. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Spears running behind center. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Titans take a second quarter lead. It's a Tyjae Spears touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On return, here comes Davis. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Able to hit Palmer. Complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 2nd and 3 now.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Finds McConkey. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 28 out of that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Levis back to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Levis setting to throw. That pass complete to Boyd. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll throw it again. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Caught by Pollard. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL will come down to a play or two and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, no more excitement here in this first half. He kneels this one down. Both teams head to the locker room. So that's halftime for us here. It's a 7-point game after our first 2 quarters. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. These 2 teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he's tackled for a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 29. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one's complete, right side.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Titans and Will Levis set to take over again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 17. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Give him 13 on that play. And the Titans will have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Levis now on 1st down. He lets a heater go deep, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Running left, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They bring their tight end left. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. The Titans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. This one finds Boyd. They get 27 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Slot man in motion left. Throwing now on first down. Levis has his man. It's Ridley. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Levis from the shotgun. Pass caught by Ridley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Yes, sir, they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, Levis. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Complete out to the right. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Gets this to McConkey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Look at that work, turning those legs, driving across the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Shotgun snap to Herbert. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Los Angeles. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from them. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Putting a receiver in motion. Levis here on first down. He'll get this complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff running left, Pollard. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Titans will have a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun now for Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. And on third down, looks like the Chargers anticipating pass here. They're in the dime. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chargers take possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I love throwing up first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Finding Hurst. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Play action now for Herbert. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
That throw finds Johnston. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
After gain of 4, brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Herbert to throw once more. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Kate, he's going to need a lot of support from his teammates after that one because he knows it. Everybody knows it. The game may have rested on that try, and that'll be one that's tough not to dwell on.
We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And that active 5-game losing streak might be a thing of the past if this lead holds. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Levis now off the play fake. Dump off caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
3rd and just 2 to go. Design bootleg here. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers send wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. 1st and 10, Herbert. Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 23-yard line.
Now Edwards. And he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That's the gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Going for the first with Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Broke through the tackle. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Titans will get set to take over. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Throwing now on first down, Levis. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. All right, all set up now. First and 10. On the play fake, it's Levis. Okonkwo brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First and 10, it's Pollard. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Titans holding on to a field goal lead. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans make it a 10-point ball game. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 4. Into traffic, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Throwing on first is Herbert. Hauled in by Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Now Herbert again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. Herbert on first down. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Herbert throwing again. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. At the 20. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans take a 3-possession lead.
Chargers 17. Nick Folk to kick off.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. On the return, here comes Davis. This return makes it up to the 25. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. On target to Dobbins. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Herbert here, 3rd and long. Jump. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth. They want to take one more look. Yeah, pretty bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air, Herbert. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Flush down out to his left. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. So this winds up a win for the Titans. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Titans are your winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.